Look, if you're an 18-year-old eyeing the technology landscape right now, you're probably getting hit with some incredibly conflicting messages. I mean, on one hand, you're being told that artificial intelligence is going to swallow up all the entry-level jobs and that learning to code is just a total waste of time. But then on the other hand, you're hearing that this is literally the biggest technological opportunity in human history. It's a confusing, super noisy landscape to navigate when you're really just trying to figure out where exactly you fit into all of it. So we're cutting through that noise today in this explainer. We're going to explore exactly how you can build a future-proof tech career, and we're going to do it using direct insights from Google CEO Sundar Pichai. We're going to map out exactly what your next step should be.
But right off the bat, let's just address the elephant in the room, the sheer whiplash of tech news today. If you're feeling overwhelmed or just witnessing what feels like an absolute AI frenzy in Silicon Valley and beyond, trust me, you are not alone. There are new breakthrough models dropping seemingly every single week, right? And they always come with these endless headlines about how everything is changing overnight. Your anxiety about this is completely valid. Sundar Pichai himself openly acknowledges that we, as human beings, are simply not wired to process this rapid pace of change. Our brains just aren't built for exponential technological acceleration. So if you're looking at your future career and feeling a bit anxious about how fast the ground is moving beneath your feet, just take a deep breath. It's completely normal, and you absolutely don't have to have it all figured out today.
You know, it's really easy to look at the tools available today and feel like you're already behind, like you somehow missed the boat. But historically speaking, we are actually just pouring the foundation. Right now feels like the absolute peak of technological advancement. But despite those breathless headlines and how incredibly fast things seem to be moving, we are still at the very, very beginning of this AI revolution. You haven't missed out on anything. In fact, your timing to enter the tech field could not possibly be better. We're sitting at the starting line of a massive paradigm shift, and you literally have a front row seat to help build what comes next.
Sundar Pichai recently put this into perfect perspective. He noted that 3 years from now, you're going to look back at what we have today and realize it was, well, pretty primitive. He compared it to looking at a flip phone. Just think about the gravity of that statement for a second. Today's AI models, the ones writing complex essays, generating photorealistic video from a few words, passing bar exams, will soon look as basic to us as a clunky plastic flip phone from the early 2000s. What this means for you is that the real opportunity isn't in mastering today's flip phone. It's preparing to build the apps for tomorrow's smartphone. The opportunity to grow alongside this technology and actually shape its mature form is absolutely massive.
Okay, get ready for a massive industry wake-up call. 75%. Right now, at Google, 75% of new code is auto-generated by artificial intelligence and accepted by their human engineers. That is a staggering metric, and it fundamentally shifts how we need to think about entering the workforce. If your career plan was to simply sit at a desk, put your headphones on, and manually type out hundreds of lines of basic, entry-level grunt work code, well, that specific job is vanishing. The frontier has already shifted. But hey, this isn't a reason to panic, it's a reason to pivot. The bar has just been raised. Because the basic mechanics of writing code are being solved, new entrants to the field are going to be required to immediately step up to higher-level strategic thinking way faster than previous generations. We are officially moving way past simple AI autocomplete, where a machine just, finishes your sentence. We're entering the era of what's called agentic coding, and this concept is going to define your career. It means your future job isn't necessarily writing the code yourself line by line. Instead, your job is going to be deploying and orchestrating a team of digital sub-agents to execute long-running, highly complex programming tasks. Think of it like this. You're no longer the bricklayer meticulously placing one brick at a time on the assembly line. You're stepping up to the architect's desk. You have a tireless, lightning-fast team of digital interns at your disposal, and your actual value comes from handing out the right blueprints and making sure they build the house correctly. To really understand the stakes of this, let's look at a real-world example from inside Google called Project Anti-Gravity. In the past, taking a massive, complex software foundation and translating it from an older programming language like C++ into a modern language like Rust would be an absolute nightmare. It would literally take dozens of human engineers months, if not years, of tedious, highly error-prone work. It's exactly the kind of grueling task that leads to developer burnout. But with anti-gravity, a small team of engineers can treat the current code as just a basic specification and simply deploy a swarm of AI agents to do the translation. So a massive, long-running task is effortlessly orchestrated by a few human directors who just set the rules and let the agents do all the heavy lifting. This really builds a completely new paradigm for your career, shifting you away from making to managing. On the left, we have the old way, manually making things, typing code until your fingers hurt, and managing that mundane daily grind of hunting down syntax errors. But on the right is the new way, your future. You are a director. You deploy agents and you orchestrate complex workflows. And because the AI is handling the exhausting mechanical heavy lifting, you get to focus your energy on the joyful, creative, and uniquely human tasks. Your value as an 18-year-old entering the workforce is no longer going to be measured by your ability to grind through menial tasks. Your value will be entirely based on your ability to direct, to imagine, and to creatively solve big problems. And honestly, the best part is that this shift isn't just for software engineers. This is a foundational change about automating the mundane so we can elevate the meaningful across all careers. Take healthcare, for example. Right now, doctors spend hours staring at screens just typing out notes. Soon, AI agents will handle the billing, format the medical records, and transcribe those notes. This frees up doctors to actually look their patients in the eye and build human connections, literally saving the humanity in healthcare. Or just think about your daily life. Agents can figure out the tedious mechanics of navigating a foreign metro system or booking connecting flights, which allows you to spend your time and energy actually planning the fun parts of your trip. The mundane is outsourced and the meaningful is elevated. So, knowing that the entire landscape of work has fundamentally shifted from making to managing, how do you actually prepare? If you're 18, what should you do tomorrow? Well, based on the insights from Google's CEO, we've distilled a 4-step actionable playbook. Consider this your exclusive insider blueprint to help you navigate this massive career shift, avoid those common pitfalls of panic, and set yourself up for incredible success in an agent-driven world. All right, let's dive into the playbook. Step 1. Slow down and absorb. You have a long life and a long health span ahead of you. The technology is moving fast, sure, but you do not need to rush your development. Don't panic. Step 2. Get comfortable with the tools natively. Just play around with AI, test its limits, and learn how to talk to it. Step 3. Embrace continual learning as your core survival skill. You have to be willing to evolve. And step 4, which might actually surprise some people given the rise of AI, consider college. You might be thinking, why go to college if AI can do everything? Because college isn't just about downloading facts into your brain anymore. Pichai heavily emphasizes that college is about profound personal growth. It's where you learn the human skills, collaboration, empathy, negotiation, resilience. It's where you build relationships. I mean, he met his wife there. You cannot automate human connection, and those uniquely human experiences are exactly what will make you a better, more grounded director of AI in the future. Ultimately, your mindset is your greatest asset. Just like previous generations used platforms like YouTube to learn entirely new skills on the fly, from fixing a sink to building a custom PC. Your goal isn't to memorize a specific coding language that might be totally obsolete in 24 months. Your goal is neuroplasticity. It's the ability to use AI as a tool to become a native continuous learner. The specific tools are going to change, the syntax will die out, but the ability to adapt, that is forever. You adapt, you learn the new systems, and you orchestrate them. You become the ultimate flexible director. Which brings us to a really powerful conclusion. The era of being judged by how many lines of code you can type in an hour is officially over. The new metric for future engineers, the question that is actually going to define your career, is this. What task will you get done by deploying agents? You're no longer competing against the machine for a spot on the assembly line. Your future is about stepping up, grabbing the director's chair, and commanding the most powerful digital workforce in human history. The tools are right in front of you, just waiting for instructions. So the only question left is, what incredible workflows are you going to build?